Along about 1825, I left Tennessee very much alive. I never would have got through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee stud. I had some trouble with my sweetheart's paw, and one of her brothers was about outlaw. I sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away on the Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. We drifted on down into no man's land. We crossed that river called the Rio Grande. I raced my horse with the Spaniard's foal till I got me a skin full of silver and gold. Me and a gambler, we couldn't agree. We got in a fight over Tennessee. We jerked our gun, then he fell with a thud, and I got away on the Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. I got just as lonesome as a man can be, dreaming of my girl in Tennessee. The Tennessee stud's green eyes turned blue, 'cause he was a-dreaming of a sweetheart too. We loped right back across Arkansas. I whooped her brother and I whooped her paw. I found that girl with the golden hair, and she was a-riding on the Tennessee mare. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Stirrup to stirrup and side by side, we crossed the mountains and the valleys wide. We came to Big Muddy, then we forded the flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee stud. A pretty little baby on the cabin floor, a little house coat playing around the door. I love that girl with the golden hair, and the Tennessee stud loves the Tennessee mare. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud.
High on a mountain in western Montana, a silhouette moves across a cinnamon sky. Riding alone on a horse he calls music, with a song on his lips and a tear in his eye. Dreams of a time and a lady that loved him, and how he would sing her sweet lullaby. But we don't ever ask him, and he never talks about her. I guess it's just better that we all let it slide. And he sings, ooh, to the ladies, and ooh, he makes them sigh. Then he rides away on a horse he calls music, with a pain in his heart and a tear in his eye. Now he rode the music from Boston to Bozeman for not too much money and way too much rhyme. But those were the days when a horse he called music could jump through the moon and fly across the sky. Now all that's left is an old-time worn cowboy with only his dreams of the days long gone by. And trailing behind is a horse with no rider, a horse he calls memories that she used to ride. But he sang ooh to the ladies, and ooh, he damn near made some fall right down and die. Then he'd ride away on a horse he called music, with a pain in his heart and a tear in his eye. High on a mountain in western Montana, two crosses cut through a cinnamon sky, marking the place where a horse he called music lays with a cowboy there by his side.
Say a prayer for the cowgirl, her horse ran away. She'll walk till she finds him, her darling, her stray. But the river's in flood, and the roads are awash, and the bridges break up in the panic of loss. And there's nothing to follow, nowhere to go. He's gone like the summer, gone like the snow, and the crickets are breaking her heart with their song as the day caves in and the night is all wrong. Did she dream? Was it he who went galloping past and bent down the fern, broke open the grass, and printed the mud with the well-hammered shoe that she nailed to his speed in the dreams of her youth? And although he goes grazing a minute away, she tracks him all night, she tracks him all day, and she's blind to his presence except to compare her injury here with his punishment there. Then at home on a branch on a high stream, a songbird sings out so suddenly, and the sun is warm and the south wind's right on a willow tree. riverside. Ah, the world is sweet and the world is wide. He's there where the light and the darkness divide, and the steam's coming off him. He's huge and he's shy, and he steps on the moon when he paws at the sky. And he comes to her hand, but he's not really tame. He longs to be lost, she longs for the same. And he'll bolt and he'll plunge through the first open pass to roll and defeat in the sweet mountain grass. Or he'll make a break for the high plateau where there's nothing above and nothing below. It's time for their burden, the whip and the spur. Will she ride with him, or will he ride with her? So she binds herself to her galloping steed, and he binds himself to the woman in need. And there is no space, just left and right, and there is no time, but there is day and night. And she leans on his neck and whispers low, whither thou goest I will go. And they turn as one and they head for the plain. No need for the whip, oh, no need for the rain. Now the clasp of this union, who fastens it tight, who snaps it asunder the very next night? Some say it's him, some say it's her, some say love's like smoke beyond all repair. So my darling, just let it go by, that old silhouette on the great western sky. And I'll pick out a tune, and they'll move right along, and they're gone like smoke, and they're gone like the song. Say a prayer for the cowgirl.
You know I don't do you wrong, girl, when I go out sometime. I'm just looking for answers I know I ain't gonna find. I just feel like I'm drowning in this whole crazy scene. I don't want my freedom just to run now and then. Let an old race